We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today we've got a short card. We got 4 hockey games and 1 baseball. There's also 2 college football games, but obviously we don't talk college football on the show. But we will be talking over all of those games and what I got. But before we jump into this one, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. All of it is linked down below. Let's try to do this. See if this works better. So that we can put, actually I could just put it here. Link. And let's make sure those are up to date. But make sure you guys are following us on YouTube and on TikTok. We're trying to hit 1,400 followers on TikTok, and we're trying to hit 4,200 subscribers on YouTube. So make sure you guys are following and subscribing on those channels. We do appreciate whenever you guys can do that. We'll go ahead and look back at yesterday, and it sucked. I was on a really nice run, and then somebody says something, and then I have a rough night. Thanks, Mr. Numbers. Anyways, where I gotta find me on here now. Because I know last night was not a good NHL night at all. I believe we won 1 play out of the 7 we gave out. I think we were 1-6 or 1-7. So not a good. I'm pulling up all the plays now. Here we go. Yeah, Tampa Bay Lightning. I believe that was a loser in overtime. Let me pull that up. Tampa Bay Lightning. Yep, loser in overtime. We had where did it go? We had the Nashville Predators, which were a loser. Kraken, loser in overtime. Wild, loser. The Carolina Hurricanes we got hooked on the over 6.5. And the Pittsburgh Penguins, I believe, they lost by a goal. So a bunch of close games that could have went my way and just didn't. And then we had the loss with the Brewers. We had the win with New Mexico State. And Edmonton Oilers on the puck line was plus 190. That was a winner. Other than that, yesterday was kind of rough, not going to lie. So hopefully we can bounce back today and have ourselves a good one. Let's actually get this. That work better. There you go. So not a good day yesterday. Hopefully we can bounce back today. And we will be starting. Sabres are not plus 100. They were when I bet them. They are now. Why? What did you have? And you think Detroit loses? Okay. I mean, they're plus 132 dogs. In theory, they should lose. But we will go ahead and jump into it. We'll start off with the MLB game, and that's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. Seattle up 2-0 in the series. They took both games in Toronto and then head back home. So you got Shane Bieber and George Kirby, minus 125 for the Seattle Mariners, now with a total of 7. You can see some 7.5s. When you look at it, Shane Bieber really hasn't pitched a bunch this year. He's pitched 7 times to a 3.57 ERA. He had 1 start in the playoffs. He allowed 2 earned runs, 5 hits, and 2 2/3 innings pitched on 2 strikeouts. So not a particularly great start, but it didn't really ultimately matter. George Kirby, 22 starts this year, a 10-7 record with a 4.24. He has pitched twice this postseason, and he's allowed a combined 3 earned runs, 9 hits in 10 innings with 14 strikeouts. So he's looked solid. But when it comes to it, I don't see Toronto going down 3-0. That's my big thing. I was able to grab them. Plus, we've seen the line move for Toronto from we saw Seattle open up at minus 150. Now it's down to minus 130. And that's with a chunk of the money on them. So the line movement's kind of telling me that the Blue Jays take game 3. We're going to take them tonight. If not, I feel obviously the series is most likely over if they go down 3-0. So last chance, Toronto, to get yourself back in the series. Toronto money line plus 107 for me. Sabres are minus 105 now. All right. These are all, the lines are subject to change. These are what I bet them at. So I'm sorry that it's even money instead of minus 105. But those are what I bet on. Anything for the UTEP game? Under. Richie, appreciate you following the TikTok. Appreciate you doing that. We will go ahead and go from the baseball world to the hockey world. And we will go to the Panthers and the Red Wings. The Panthers are minus 140 on the road with a total of 5.5. This Red Wings team has looked really good off the rip. So is Florida. Florida, 3-1. They came off wins against Chicago, Philly, and Ottawa, and then lost in Philly for their first loss of the year. On the opposite side, we got Detroit, who lost their opening game to Montreal and then went and beat Toronto back to back. So good on the Red Wings to kind of get back after that. And the way I looked at this game, and I love looking at the line movement, and that's normally what's kind of steered me in the right direction. So with this game, the line opened up around the 155 area, and now it's dropped to 140. So we have gotten line movement towards the Red Wings, and that's with money coming in. 75% of the bets, 53% of the money. So more of the bigger bets in terms of ticket numbers and stuff are actually going towards the Red Wings as a live dog in this one. And because of that, we did take the Red Wings tonight. We took them plus the 132 versus the Panthers to give the Panthers their second loss of the year. I could definitely see the Panthers struggling, especially with all their injuries listed up. I could definitely see them struggle a little bit when they're not playing easy teams. So give me the Detroit Red Wings at home plus 132. Blue Jays is now plus 114. Well, I got a bad line then. I got Blues, Sabres, Panthers. You agree? My card's right here. Obviously, you can see I'm not on the Panthers. I'm on Detroit. But I am on the Blues, and I am on the Sabres. Blue Jays game under. I can see it under, especially in that ballpark. Sonny Gill, appreciate you following me. So Blues, Sabres, Red Wings. Yes. Blue Jays game under. Also, yes. I know you just asked that, and I said sure. As long as I like Toronto, so as long as Toronto gets the job done. Delaware versus Sam. The money line? No, I grabbed -3. I'm not laying a big money line like that. But you'll notice with me, I don't lay money lines. So I don't lay big money lines. You think Bieber goes over 4.5 strikeouts? My one concern with that is he hasn't pitched a whole lot, and I don't see him going super deep into the game. That and the Seattle Mariners don't strike out a whole lot. So I would have a little bit of problem doing that, but that's up to you. I have a hard time with betting strikeout props with teams that don't strike out as much, especially in the playoffs with short leashes. So just kind of be careful with that. Confidence in Toronto. Yeah, I could say it. On a scale of to 10. I bet all my plays the same. I don't really have a true best bet. So I'm confident that they're going to win unless I wouldn't have bet it. Jorge for a hit. I'm probably never going to recommend hit props, just because hit props are really, really like juicy. So you're looking for Jorge Polanco at minus 177. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because if you're going to, here's the deal. If you're going to bet anything with him and you want to take a prop with him, you can get, I can't find him on here. Jorge Polanco, plus 107. Plus 107 for Jorge Polanco over 1.5 total bases. Patrick Kane over his points. Sure. Anything to get them on the board. Hello, person from Kick. Let's go on to the next game. We got the Ottawa Senators and the Buffalo Sabres. Senators minus 118 with a total of 6 in this one. We have the Ottawa Senators who haven't really looked good since opening night. They had a 5-4 win versus Tampa, and then losses to Florida and losses to Nashville. On the opposite side, the Buffalo Sabres still looking for their first win of the year. It's been ugly so far. 4-0, a 3-1, and a 3-1 loss. So Sabres not looking great off the rip. I hate myself for doing it because, yes, I am a Sabres fan. The line movement is heading right towards the Sabres. It opened up at plus 110. It's at a minus 105 now. And that's with 47% of the bets and 77% of the money coming on the Sabres. So Sabres getting the money the right way. The line's moving from dog to a favorite. I hate myself for doing it, but I took the Sabres today. I got them at even money. So I got the Sabres at plus 100. And then I took 2 props in this game. Dylan Cousins to get a point, minus 110. He's against the Sabres. He used to play for the Sabres. I just see him getting on the scorecard. And Zach Benson. It'll be his first game back, his first game of the season. He'll be on the top line with Tuck and Thompson. So whenever I see that, I feel like that could definitely be some value there. So I took Benson over his point. That was a plus 115 prop. Shots on goal for Patrick Kane. Let's see what he's done. I'll be honest, I did not look at Patrick Kane props. What has he done so far in terms of points, assists? At least 2 shots. Or at least 2 goals now. At least 3 goals, last goal, shots on goal. Here, shots on goal. He has gotten it once this year. He had 4 against Toronto in the first game. Other than that, he's gotten 0 and 1 shot on goal. So, Mammoth team total over. Against the Flames? Sure. So you're not confident in Buffalo. I'm a Sabres fan, and I hate betting my team because I know they're not good. And although with me, I look at the market, I look at the money, and all of that is all pointing towards the Sabres. So I go screw it and I bet it. Got anything for NBA preseason? No. I'll wait for the regular season. Panthers or Red Wings? I got Detroit right here. So Detroit. I got Detroit tonight. This will be the last game I have a bet on, but actually we'll talk over the Flame and Mammoth first because I don't want to end the card with a pass. Flames and Mammoth. Mammoth are minus 230 with a total of 5.5. Flames, after their opening night win versus Edmonton in a shootout, have proceeded to lose 5-1, 4-2, and 4-2. You've got three straight losses for them, all by the puck line. Utah is coming off of they're coming off of a loss 3-1 to Chicago. Previous to that, they had a overtime winner versus Nashville and a loss versus Colorado. I'm not super high on this Mammoth team. I think this line's a little bit too juicy for me to want to go anything after the Mammoth. But Calgary has just not looked good the last 3 games, and not anything I really want to be going and putting my money on. There's not enough line movement in anything in this game for me. So this one will end up being a pass for me in this one. But I really couldn't find myself going towards anything in this game. Can we see the risk for the bottom? They're all the same. It's all 1 unit, or it's all 1 unit, or it's either to win a unit or to win a unit or risk a unit. So there you go. Brando, thank you for following the stream. What's your favorite out of these? To be honest, I don't really have a favorite out of them. I kind of like the Benson point, putting him up with the top line. If you want to take anything, maybe that. But I don't have a favorite. I kind of bet all of them the same amount. Sorry about that. I'm not one of those cappers like, oh, I got the best bet game of the year, this, that, and the other. No, that's just not me. I bet all my plays the same. We'll head to the final game of the night. We've got the Blues and the Blackhawks. We've got the Blues are minus 240 in this game with a total of 5.5. And I looked at this one. You've got a Chicago team that has won 1 game this year. They're coming off their win against Utah. Previous to that, 3 straight losses to Florida, Boston, and Montreal. On the opposite side, we've got St. Louis, who is coming off of back-to-back wins, 4-2 and 5-2 versus Calgary and Vancouver, both on the road after losing their opening game 5-0 to the Wild at home. They're back at home after the 2 games on the road. And this is one that I looked at the game. I looked at the line movement. Line opened up at 230. It's up to 250, and the money's coming in the right way on the Blues. So I do like the Blues in this game. I think they get the job done late night versus the Blackhawks. I got their puck line at plus 110, and I like the spot for them. So go ahead, sign me up for the Blues puck line in this one. Cash cow. I don't know what would be a cash cow type of deal in hockey. So Mariners tonight. I'm on the Blue Jays tonight. And Will, appreciate you following the TikTok stream. But that is all the games for tonight. It's a shorter stream, but we only have 5 games. Makes sense. But that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.